Good morning. I'm Michelle Blaze. I am the volunteer coordinator for RVR Horse Rescue. I'm with Kelly Ford, our board member, and she is our liaison to the TAA.
So we're going to talk a little bit about the TAA. Some of our people may have heard already that RVR has a partnership with the TAA, which is the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance. And so what the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance is an organization that is dedicated to providing wonderful post-racing careers and homes for former racing thoroughbreds. It's a wonderful organization that we are really proud to partner with.
Why do we partner with them?
Well, at first glance, it does seem like a strange connection because these racing thoroughbreds, they're so popular when they retire, and they're easy to rehome. People are really looking to adopt them, and RVR, of course, has always specialized in horses that were abused and neglected and injured. But it is our experience with injured horses that led us to a partnership with the TAA. Racing horses are the elite athletes of the horse world, kind of like our professional athletes or our Olympians. Mm-hmm. And just like with humans, sometimes elite athletes become injured. And so RVR absolutely, with our expertise in dealing with injuries, is a great place for a horse to come when they need rehabilitation from an injury that ended their career. So we are really excited to be able to provide that rehabilitation service, and then we go in and adopt these horses out to very loving homes. Another benefit of working with the TAA is it going through that accreditation process gives donors and grant makers confidence that we are a quality organization, that we have all of our ducks in a row, that we follow regulations and that sort of thing. So it gives a lot of confidence that we are a very legitimate organization working on behalf of horses.
Well, you say it's accredited. How do you become accredited with the TAA?
Becoming accredited with the TAA is a rigorous process. There are multiple steps involved. The first thing that we need to do is convince the TAA that we have really high quality horse care. They are going to be looking at our veterinary procedures. Vet recommendations are required. They want to see our documentation on how we take care of emergencies, how we take care of medical situations, but then also how we handle preventative care and keeping horses healthy. They are looking at how we handle our horses. How are we keeping both horses and volunteers safe? Do we have the kind of training for our volunteers that is necessary to handle a horse? So horse care, how we document things, our standards of care are very, very important to the TAA, and we have to document and show all of that. Another part of our accreditation process is they were looking at us as a nonprofit organization. Are we well organized? Are we well structured? Do our board members and our staff, which of course everybody here at RVR is a volunteer.
Getting a little wet.
Elliot wants to take part in this interview. So they want to make sure that we're following regulations. They want to see that we have good, solid administrative policies and practices, and they want to look at our financial records. Do we have a steady stream of income? Are we planning for the future? That sort of thing. The third thing that we have to prove to the TAA is that we are adequate in our facilities. They want to come out and see our stalls. They want to come out and see our pastures and our paddocks. Do we maintain our fences in a safe manner? That is all inspected before accreditation is finally given. And actually, they are going to come back out and re-inspect RVR because we have moved to our new facility just this year. So they will be coming out and taking a look at our new barn. They'll be looking at our fences. They'll be looking at our medical office and our medical stall and our feed rooms, how we organize things, and then we look forward to being re-accredited this year.
Now, how do we rehab them once they get here? what's RVR's role in this?
Sure. What happens is we have a great relationship with our local racetrack, which is Tampa Bay Downs. And Tampa Bay Downs knows that we are available as a rehab facility. So when a horse is injured and it is deemed that they should no longer race, then they contact us and say, hey, are you able to take this horse in? And then that begins the process. RVR's veterinarians speak with veterinarians at the track and with the owners or the trainers to find out exactly what the diagnosis is, what the recommended treatment protocol is, and then we make arrangements to bring that horse to RVR to begin their rehabilitation process. A rehab will start off with any kind of treatment for the injury, whether that's diagnostics, whether it's x-rays, whether we are looking at fractures or ligament injuries. We will follow a protocol set up by a veterinarian. And then we will also allow that horse the critical time it needs in order to rehabilitate. Our new facility especially is geared towards rehabilitation for thoroughbreds, because we have the stalls like are right behind Michelle and me right now, that we have the flexibility to increase the space there. An injured thoroughbred with a leg injury is most often going to be prescribed restricted movement, which means they start off just in a stall. We don't want them moving around on that injured leg too much. We don't want them to re-injure it or worsen the injury. So they will spend time in a stall until their next reevaluation says that they are able to increase their size or their area. Right. So we have, I don't know if you can see behind us, but we have these special stalls where a gate opens and it gives them additional 6 feet of space to move around in. But it's still a small enough space that they can't run and jump around and re-injure themselves. A next phase would be to open this little area just a little bit more to give them, again, more space to move around and walk without having the space to run and jump around and do something foolish,
Like
or silly, like a thoroughbred may too. And then our next phase would be, we have a smaller fenced-in area that is specifically for rehab use. Again, it gives them grazing space. They're able to be out in the sun, enjoy themselves without being able to move around so much that their injury would be compromised, or their recovery would be compromised. At every step of the way, we are reevaluating with our veterinarians to make sure that the horse is on course, and we readjust according to what how the horse is progressing. And then finally, a horse that has fully recovered is allowed to be out in the herd if their medical clearance allows that. And that final medical evaluation will also tell us whether this horse is suited for something like hunter-jumper training or dressage or light trail riding, or this horse is just a companion horse only and should not be ridden. And at that point, once that determination is made, we clear the horse for adoption and we start seeking a home.
That sounds like a lot of work, but very rewarding.
It is. It's very, very rewarding. These are horses that are injured, so they do need us, and so we are really thrilled to be able to partner with the TAA on this. And we're proud of our affiliation with them and proud of our accomplishment of being accredited, because it is a huge endeavor, and it's just something we really, really like to do. And the horses are great. They're big fan favorites. And you'll be actually seeing more of our thoroughbreds later on in the broadcast today.
Well, Kelly, thank you so much for talking TAA with us.
Well, thank you. And our own rehabbing thoroughbred here too, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Yes, rehabbing.
So you heal well too.
Thank you.
Thank you.